Now, we have the Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, APCON, asking for a merger of several Bureau de Change operators, not recapitalization of the industry. Of course, this comes from talks around the regulator that they might be recapitalized, and they're recommending this for effective corporate governance and rules of engagement with the Apex Bank, the CBN. It asks the central bank to regulate emerging BDCs from the consolidation exercise. We have, the person who released that joining us on the program now, virtually from Abuja. We have Mr. Gwadabe, the President, Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, Mr. Aminu Gwadabe. Good morning, Mr. Gwadabe. Thank you for your time.
Good morning.
So kindly tell us what
Good morning, Nigerians.
So can you let us know exactly what you mean by this? You're not asking for recapitalization, you're asking for mergers. What does that mean, and why are you talking about that at this time?
Okay, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to make further clarification. First, I want to start by laying a foundation to correct the misconception trading on the media that BDC acts of 300 million outright capitalization for each BDC. That is not exact and is misleading, erroneous. What we meant in our roadmap to reforms, instead of what the regulators always embarked upon, outright capitalization. We have seen it in 2004, where the Bureau de Change capital was moved from 10 million to 35 million, and that led to the expulsion of many of our members. Also in 2007, 2008, we saw the introduction of Class A, where the Apex Bank recapitalized with a return of 500 million. In fact, most of us that are skillful, we could not meet that requirement, and as a result of that, we lost out. Also, not long ago, in 2023, we have seen where, even though it's a pilot scheme, that a Bureau de Change has been appointed, known as Cadavra, to partner with Flutterwave. So these are some of the fears we have seen from the regulators. So we said, how do we also, as a stakeholder, give our own input? And we arrived that, yes, there are different modes of capitalization. There could be mergers and consolidation. In the same vein, banks were allowed to merge and consolidate when they were about 120, coming back to about 18 and 20. The same thing happened to merchant banks, discount houses, so that they form capacity for corporate governance. So this is our request, whereby they should allow merger for the existing Bureau de Change. And we have also stated during that period there should be no any issuance of any new license, so that we, the existing, can benefit from the regulation. Two is to address the challenges of the regulator on how to streamline our many members as participants, like I've rightly said, and quoted years of these reforms. Then thirdly is to address the stigmatization of our members of lacking compliance, lacking corporate governance, and on ease of supervision. So these are what we meant, and I sincerely want to thank our members and also appreciate their understanding. Yes, we all know it's no more business as usual. So as stakeholders, we need to be proactive, we need to be disruptive, we need to tell the stakeholders and the regulators that this is our own thinking in our roadmap.
So how do you hope to go about this? What strategies do you have in place? Have you been talking to the Apex Bank? You know, where are you in this suggestion?
Yeah, we have been talking to the central bank. We have engaged a lot of experts. We have spent millions of naira on research and development, more especially now that the CBN is saying that everybody should go tech to embrace technology. So we have done a lot of things. We are prepared. In 2018, that's where we first started our digitalization journey, where we launched what is called NigeriaBDC.com. NigeriaBDC.com is an exchange rate portal where all our members are involved. So we are developing it, we are building it, we are engaging with tech companies on how to create a payment platform for partnership so that all our members The thinking of the association is that every one of our members should not be left out in the new drive, in the new reforms of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Not long ago, all our members now extract their returns through the automation of their business operation to send to the Central Bank of Nigeria online real time. Our members are AWS Cloud, iCloud. Also, we have integrated our members on the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, which is known as OAML, and new return. This is to enable our members ensure that they send their suspicious transaction return and cash transaction return. More so, we have also registered our members on NIPS platform, Nigeria Interbank Settlement System, for the verification of BVN of our clients. So we have been doing a lot to ensure that we make sure our members are captured within the digital sphere. All of us, we know that digitalization is the road to go, is the final destination, as contact business is going to be more expensive. So we're embracing any reforms, and we are prepared to queue in. What we are saying, these are some of our suggestions in terms of streamlining our members so that we will not be lost out. In all the other reforms, we found out the skillful ones are always omitted because you just increase arbitrary capitalization of review their capitalization using monetary, monetary requirement. And that usually push many of us out. For 25 months, we have not been working. Most of our capital is already. So in our thinking, any review of capital, not merger, will make many of us out of the business.
All right. So, one of the biggest challenges the economy, Nigeria's economy is facing at this time is FX shortage, which is at the core of your own business. We know that the wish of the president is, as expressed, has been unification of the exchange rate for the official and, the price out there. But we see that's really difficult at this time. I think as at this morning, Naira on the parallel market was about 940, but officially it's still 770 something. The margin is even getting wider. How do you think we can solve this problem? How can the BDC help in this?
Yes, supply is a government issue, and that is what is pervading the success of the harmonization of the foreign exchange market. As it is today, we only have two cogent sources, the reserve and also the diaspora remittance. And that is why in one of our press release, we asked for autonomy for the Bureau change to be digitalized. There is a lot of money in the economy and outside the economy that is not captured as a result of lack of technology. So we have supported anything about reforms to increase liquidity. The second sources is the diaspora remittance. I'm happy even His Excellency, the President of the country, Tinubu Aswajo, have said that in 2022, the country received almost about $22 billion. You see, if you can empower the Bureau de change, make it democratic, make it centralized, the Bureau de change alone can create sources that will help in the building of infrastructure. We can give examples. For instance, in India, BDC through diaspora remittances generate nothing less than $40 billion to the economy for the development of infrastructure. So this is a government source that can be harnessed. Then two other reforms can come in terms of changing of regulation, leading to how accounts are being run and stuff like that. So this is a source that is not being harnessed. I'm happy even the central bank governor one time did complain that they are not even seeing the diaspora remittances. The banks too are not seeing the diaspora remittances because there are a lot of fintech, there are a lot of payment platforms that are operating and they are borderless. They are outside, they operate within multiple jurisdictions. For instance, look at Binance. It's just a payment platform. If you go to Binance now, you will see that in a daily basis, they do nothing less than $4 billion turnover they have about 1.2 million transactions in the sector. So this is the way to go. Give autonomy to the Bureau de Change, empower them, and also encourage them. And that is why we are saying, if you want equity, you must go with clean hand. We know the fear of the central bank is stigmatization of the public. So what do we do to enhance our capacity so that we'll be serious businessmen? And that is why we have a roadmap that we are advising the Apex Bank to look into it and also engage with us and see how we can solve the problem.
All right. We do hope that the Central Bank of Nigeria would listen and work with you. Well, thank you so much for clearing the air on some of those issues, Mr. Gwadabe, the president of Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria.